folks, welcome to a special episode of Blind Grillin'. We are at Beth's Bake Shop in Springfield, Missouri, over off of Republic Road near Kansas Expressway, and we have John Tucker from Salt Rox. You've seen me use it quite a bit, but John, it is just a pleasure to meet you and to be able to be out here as you're doing some demonstration and samples. Why don't you tell us what's going on and a little bit about the Salt Rox?
Sure, we're hanging out here at Beth's Bake Shop in Springfield, and we're doing a live demo for them here today. We've got our large rectangular block on a small little bitty gas grill. We picked that guy up at Lowe's, and we're cooking pork chops and mushrooms, onion, and sampling up today.
That's amazing. I tell you, the onions are probably my favorite. I mean, I love the mushrooms, but the onions are just amazing. I've told folks it's almost like eating a blooming onion without any of the batter on it.
Yeah.
It's just a wonderful way of cooking. But what all can you cook on the Salt Rox?
It's easier to list the don'ts.
Yeah.
Soup.
Right.
Everything is great on your Salt Rox, and from your steaks, pork chops, fish fillets. As we talked about earlier, wild game is amazing on this due to that brining effect, that everything is tender and juicy. But we also mentioned how you can cook indirect with this. If you have this in the environment and it's enclosed, it's going to do its magic, because when it produces those ions, that's what's tenderizing the food. So now we can do a casserole, a meatloaf, a Boston butt, and it's still going to have that same brining effect.
Yeah, and that's just wonderful. I tell you what, we're going to get some more things going, and we might come back in just a few minutes and check in and talk a little bit more about how you can do some of those indirect cooks. So, folks, stay tuned to Blind Grillin', and we'll be back in just a few minutes. So, folks, as we said earlier, here with John Tucker from Salt Rox, doing some direct cooking with some pork chops, some onions and mushrooms. Just absolutely fabulous. Love cooking on the Salt Rox. But you're telling us how you don't have to cook direct with the Salt Rox, either whether it's in a grill or in your oven. What is it you're talking about when you don't cook directly on it?
Okay, well, when you heat salt or you're at the beach and the waves are crashing, salt produces ions. And if you warm the salt slightly, it starts generating ions. And the hotter you go, the more ions are generated. Well, in the brining process, if you're familiar with brining, when Grandma cooked chickens years ago and everybody thought it was so special, it's because she soaked it and brined it for 2 days. But we don't have time to do that anymore. The magic of brining is actually those ions that are produced when you add heat. So now we have our big giant salt plate, and there's a massive amount of salt, which means a massive amount of ions. And that's what actually does all the tenderizing. So if we enclose it, and we have our cooking plate in there, it's going to generate ions in that environment, and it does all the magic that we know about cooking on a salt plate, even when we don't cook on it.
Wow. And you were saying even in the Big Green Egg, set it up on its side and do a Boston butt, just like you normally would, but just have the salt stone in the Big Green Egg kind of up on its side, not even touching the Boston butt.
Correct. Depends on what size your egg is as to where you want your Salt Rox. You can slide it over, or you can stand it on edge and put your Boston butt in there, a whole chicken, your brisket, doesn't matter, any roast size portions, put it in there with the plate but not on it, and it will do the brining process as you cook it.
Yeah. And of course, leave it in the oven. It does the same thing for what you were saying, casseroles, meatloaf, all the other foods.
Casseroles, meatloaves, but even baked goods like your cakes. It will bring the natural flavors out of cakes that you didn't know were there. So your cakes are going to be fluffier, juicier, and more tasty. Not juicy, but moist.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, John, I really appreciate it, Tucker. Really do. Good having you on Blind Grillin'. And folks, you get out to Beth's Bake Shop. All of his products are being sold here. Check it out, and you will not be disappointed. Remember, folks, if you're looking, you ain't cooking.